Welcome to Singapore, the futuristic garden city that blends ultra-modern skyscrapers with ancient traditions. Whether you're into jaw-dropping architecture, mouth-watering food, or hidden gems that even some locals might not know about, this is the place to be. Everyone's heard of Marina Bay Sands, but did you know there's a lot more to it than just snapping that iconic Instagram photo? Sure, you can marvel at its spaceship-like rooftop infinity pool, but what most people skip is the free-to-enter observation deck. For a panoramic view of the city, head up there at sunset. It's breathtaking. And hey, if you're not staying at the hotel, you can still enjoy a cocktail at the rooftop bar. Cheers to that! Yes, you've seen the futuristic super tree grove a million times on social media, but the secret lies in exploring beyond that. Walk down to the lesser-known Bay East Garden, a quiet spot where you'll be surrounded by lush greenery and have a peaceful, panoramic view of the Marina Bay skyline. Most tourists stick to the main area, but this hidden part offers a much more intimate experience. Sentosa is known for its pristine beaches and resorts, but did you know there's a hidden military fort on the island? Fort Soso, the only preserved coastal fort in Singapore, offers a fascinating dive into history. Plus, the views from the skywalk are underrated and far less crowded than other tourist hotspots. It's a little slice of tranquility right in the middle of an entertainment paradise. Harbour Villa is Singapore's quirkiest attraction, and yet barely any tourists visit it. This strange, free-entry theme park was built in the 1930s and is filled with bizarre statues and dioramas that depict Chinese folklore and mythology. It's not your typical family-friendly theme park. It's dark, weird, and oddly fascinating. If you're tired of polished attractions, this is where things get truly bizarre. Most people head to Singapore Zoo during the day, but the real magic happens at night. The night safari offers a one-of-a-kind experience where you can see nocturnal animals in their natural habitats, roaming free under the cover of darkness. It's the world's first safari park dedicated to creatures of the night, and it's a perfect way to escape the city's hustle and dive into nature. Pro tip: book early as tickets sell out fast. Want to see what Singapore looked like before it became a metropolis? Pulau Ubin is a tiny island, just a short ferry ride from the mainland, where time seems to have stood still. There are no cars, and the best way to explore is by renting a bike and cycling through the village, past mangrove forests and along coastal trails. It's an authentic slice of traditional Singapore that most tourists completely overlook. You'll hear a lot about the famous hawker centers like Lau Pa Sat and Newton Food Center, but if you're looking for something truly local, head to Tiong Bahru Market. Not only will you find some of the best hawker stalls in the city, but it's also in one of Singapore's oldest neighborhoods, giving you a true taste of local life. Try the Chui Kueh, a steamed rice cake topped with savory preserved radish. This is comfort food at its finest. Sure, Chinatown's food street is worth a visit, but if you want a more intimate foodie experience, head to Chinatown Complex Food Center. It's home to the world's cheapest Michelin-starred meal, Liao Fan's Hong Kong soya sauce, chicken rice, and noodle. You can get a Michelin meal here for under $5. The lines are long, but it's well worth the wait. Located in Little India, Tekka Centre is one of Singapore's most vibrant hawker centers, with a blend of Indian, Malay, and Chinese food. It's often overlooked by tourists, but is a local favorite. Try the roti prata or nasi biryani for a full-on flavor explosion, and while you're there, soak in the colorful atmosphere of the neighborhood. It's a sensory overload in the best way possible. You've probably heard about Singapore's famously strict laws, but there's more to it than just chewing gum bans. For example, did you know jaywalking can result in a hefty fine? And if you're caught littering, you could face public shaming by being required to clean the streets in a fluorescent vest. It's one of the secrets behind Singapore's cleanliness, but it's also a system of respect that keeps the city in tip-top shape. While Singapore is often seen as buttoned up, there's a thriving underground art and music scene that flies under the radar. Head to venues like The Projector, a quirky cinema showing indie films and hosting live events, or The Substation, Singapore's first independent contemporary art center. These places offer a glimpse into the city's alternative side that most tourists never get to see. Most people think of Singapore as a concrete jungle, but did you know the city is aiming to become the world's greenest? Beyond the famous gardens by the bay, the city is filled with secret green spots. For example, the Southern Ridges is a 10-kilometer trail connecting 5 parks and offering incredible views of the city and the harbor. It's a hidden escape from the urban hustle that most tourists overlook. Staying in Singapore isn't cheap, especially in central areas. A decent hotel room in the Marina Bay area can set you back anywhere from 250 to 500 Singapore dollars per night. For a budget-friendly option, consider staying in a boutique hotel in areas like Kampong Glam or Chinatown, where rooms are more affordable at around 100 to 150 Singapore dollars a night. Public transport is efficient and affordable. A single MRT ride costs around $1.50 to 3 Singapore dollars depending on the distance, and taxis are available, but they come with surcharges during peak hours. If you're in town for a few days, get yourself an EZ-Link card for hassle-free travel across buses and trains. While high-end dining can get pricey, hawker centers offer meals for as little as 5 Singapore dollars. If you're splurging, fine dining at a Michelin-starred restaurant can cost upwards of 200 Singapore dollars per person. Singapore is a place of contrasts, a city where traditional meets ultra-modern and where hidden gems are just waiting to be discovered. Whether you're here for the iconic skyline, the jaw-dropping food, or the unexpected experiences, Singapore has something for everyone. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure.